Hello, I'm Sangeetha K S, Zoology lecturer in JCBM College Sringeri, Chikmagalur district, and my presentation topic is Diversity of Moths in Sringeri taluk, Western Ghats, Karnataka. So let's see about the introduction of moths. Well, insects comprises more than half of the world known animal species, and comprises about 90% of the tropical forest biomass, of which the second largest and more diverse order is order Lepidoptera, which belongs to the class Insecta. As you all know, the phylum Arthropod is considered as one of the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. In this phylum, the class Insecta, it have an order which is called as a Lepidoptera. Well, it is actually considered the second largest order in the class Insecta. The term Lepidoptera means scaled wings, and this order consists of a division called Heterocera, which have a species called as a moths. So moths are the insects which actually comes under the division Heterocera, order Lepidoptera, class Insecta, and the phylum Arthropoda. Okay, so among all insects, moths belonging to the Lepidoptera are very important as the primary herbivores in the forest ecosystem and are diverse in their habitats and are adapted to varieties of conditions. As you all know, moths are actually considered as the best pollinators. They present in different habitats like you can see them in near human habitation, or even on the surface of the tree barks, or even sometimes you can find them in the rocks or in the grasslands. You can find them everywhere, and plus they can adopt for any different environmental conditions. So plus they mimic the environment where they present. So that is the unique feature of these moths. So being highly sensitive to changes in the environment, they are very easily affected by the relative minor perturbations in the habitat so much. Means these moths are they're very sensitive. Means if there is any variation in the environment, it may affect on their number or their reproductive rate. Okay, so that's why moths are considered as the indicators of environmental quality. Means if there is any pollution in an area where one specific species of moths were a large number, if the pollution rised, what happens is these moths number may decrease, or their reproductive rate may started to get down. So this indicates say this environment is not in good condition. By that we can say that they are the good indicators of or quality indicators of environment. Not only they are useful, some are act as a pest for farmers, especially in agriculture, horticulture and plantation crops. So the moth diversity of Western Ghats has been poorly studied in the past few decades. So that's the reason why we have selected this moth diversity as a study topic. We have noticed that in the Sringeri taluk, nobody have done any preliminary study on moth diversity. That's the reason why we have chosen this topic. So overall, on the present recent studies, modern survey says that there are around 1,27,000 species of moths present in all over the world, out of which 12 species are recorded only in India. Means still some species are not identified, or further studies are needed. So that's the reason so we have chosen this topic, because no studies have not well studied so when compared to butterflies. So the present study was conducted in Sringeri taluk and surrounding areas over 3 months, say from June to August period, through systematic survey. Why we have selected these 3 months? Because this is the season, actually this is called as a mothing season, where the moth number is more when compared to all over the year. So that's why we selected this month. So material and method. So material and method, so we, as we all know, have selected the study area which is Sringeri, which is present in the Chikmagalur district of Karnataka state, having geographical area of 7,201 square kilometers, situated in mid-south western part of state. Sringeri has been physiogeographic region, it has surrounded by many hills. The elevation ranges about 600 to 900 meters. Well, the term Sringeri is actually come from Sringeri, which means a region which is full of mountain ranges. So these regions, Sringeri is actually very famous for diversity in fauna and flora. Okay, and the study area is situated between say 13 degree 30 minutes to 13 degree 11 minutes of north, and 75 degree 4 minutes to 75 degree 19 minutes east. The average rainfall is around 3000 millimeters. The maximum temperature sometimes it's may around 34 to 36 degrees Celsius in the summer, and during the winter the temperature may decreases to 12 degree Celsius. So methodology, we have selected two kinds of method. So one is actually called polar walk method. So polar walk method, which was actually conducted during June to August month, which is the mothing season, especially at the daytime. So even though it is actually moths are nocturnal, why we have selected daytime? Because say moths are at the resting phase at daytime, so it is very easy to get the photos. And in order to take the photos of moths which are only we can see at the night time, we actually used another one method which is called the light trap method. So light trap method is nothing but a 3 into 4 meter wide, which is stretched between two posts or trees, from which we actually hang the bulb. Okay, but there is a white cloth, and we actually hang this white cloth in between two trees, and above this we actually hang the bulb. So at the night time especially, it is best suitable for near the place where actually near to forest. So you know that moths, they actually attract to night time, so or light. So at the night time when they watch the bulb or when they see the bulb, they actually settle on this white cloth, and after when they settle, we actually took the photos of these moths. So this is how we actually collected the photos of moths in the daytime and night time. At the daytime we actually used polar walk method, means just by walking, and for the night we actually selected light trap method. So for the identification, we actually used a book called Bird Wing Field Guide to Indian Moths by Dr. V. Subbalakshmi. So this book is actually very useful, those who were interested in studying moths. This book has all the details of moths, morphology and their diversity and their scientific names. Okay, result and discussion. So in the present study, we got nearly 33 species which belongs to 30 genera, and 13 families were recorded. And all these, so these table shows the different the family and the scientific name and the common name of the moths. Okay, so this is a table which actually shows different scientific name and common name and their families. Okay, so totally we got 13 families. So the families includes Erybidae, Crambidae, Geometridae, Saturnidae, Spingidae, Elastidae, Pyralidae, Zyganidae, Lacocampidae, Coccidae, Eupterodidae, Uranidae, Noctiidae. So these are different 13 families which we have observed in Sringeri. And in all these, the family Erybidae, which actually highest number of species. So we noticed that in Sringeri, nearly 10 species are present in the family Erybidae, which is followed by Crambidae, which have 4 species, and Geometridae, and 6 Geometridae, which have 6 species, followed by Saturnidae, Spingidae. And remaining the families, which is from Elacistidae to Noctiidae, we got only 1 species. Okay, by this we can say that say Erybidae have rich diversity, family Erybidae. Okay, so this is the percentage of the total family members of moths. So you can see here, I already mentioned we got around 10 species in the family Erybidae, so which actually comprises 30% of the 13 families. and which is actually followed by 18% of the Crambidae, sorry, not Crambidae, it's Geometridae, and it is followed by Crambidae, which is covers 12%, and it's followed by Saturnidae, which covers 9%, and followed by 6% of Spingidae. Okay, remaining one species, means remaining 3% is actually from Elacistidae, Urinidae, where we got only one species. Okay, so by this we can say that the family Erebidae is very much rich in Sringeri, or species of Erebidae is very much rich in Sringeri region. So these are the photographs of different moths, and so as you can see here, like Elacistidae, Pygospila, these species we got in the environment, means in the plant, wild species, whereas IDA and Magnia is actually present in a Mangina is actually present in human habitations, means usually we can see them in the walls. Okay, these are the different species of moths. As you can see here, so the Attacus atlas and Attacus trapobani. So you may heard about atlas moth, which is the largest moth in Asia. These species are also present in India, especially in Sringeri region. Okay, so the largest moth. You can find them usually in like if you have, if you live in near to forest area, you can find this largest moth. Okay, so conclusion: the ecosystem serves of the services of moths are similar to butterflies. The moths are great, considered valuable. Indeed, moths are just valuable because they provide pollination services, and such food bases for vertebrates are often aesthetic value. Means compared to butterflies, moths are not considered as much more, just we consider they are just a pollinators. Okay, so there is a need to study more and more on moth diversity. So this work was an attempt to describe some aspects of biodiversity of moth fauna of Sringeri. So during present study we document 33 species of moths, and these 33 species of moths, you know that they belong to the families Erebidae, Saturnidae, Spingidae, say up to Ipterotinidae, Ipterotinae. However, the present study is only focuses on the preliminary account of diversity. Okay, so this work is only focuses on preliminary study of the moth, because there is no previous study has not done on moth, so that's why we are doing this work. Okay, so these are some references that we used for study. So that's a thank you.